right, big bet. What's up with it, YouTube? How y'all doing today, man? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Y'all already know who it is, and if you don't, it's Off World Reactions coming at you with another reaction video. So we're gonna listen to and react to Cooley talking to, I think his name is Yada. I know everybody got an issue with Cooley right now. I really don't understand it. I mean, what he's saying be facts. I don't really care about what he's doing in his personal life, to be honest with you. He not the homie. I don't care. Just like I don't care what y'all do with y'all personal lives. Doesn't matter to me. It doesn't, like, who am I to judge y'all personal life? But the information that you put out into the world, for the most part, you be spitting facts. You don't trust everybody wholeheartedly. That's not a smart thing to do. So when people mess up and people have one thing that's wrong, everybody want to condemn them for it. But it's like 90% of the information they put out was technically true. The people that's putting 90% bad information out, those are the people we should be condemning, you know. But hey, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get into it.
I need a bitch to ride for me, to die for me.
And I want to play a clip of him. I got one for you.
Which one? Which one is that?
The one I sent to you. Okay, so you would advise women to just go out there and
Hold on. Date them. Don't sleep with them. Don't cook for them. Don't rush into their homes. Let them take you out and truly show you who they are, how they move in the world, and what they can offer. The best provider isn't just about money. It's about being whole in every way. He must provide for you mentally, physically, intellectually, spiritually, and emotionally. He should make you feel protected and secure on every level. If he can't do that, he's not the one. Interesting. The best provider isn't just a man with a wallet, but one who supports your entire being. Only then will you know he's truly worthy. If your fathers didn't teach you, I am. And that's supposed to be I will. If your fathers didn't teach you, I will. Maybe I'm tripping. No dusty bums allowed. That's interesting. So you expect a man to marry a woman that's never cooked for him? Don't rush into their homes. I kind of agree with that. Me and my wife moved in together after we, a couple weeks of her not leaving my house. But I knew my wife back in middle school, so, you know, it is what it is. But when we got back together, we ain't wasting no damn time. 5 years later, got married. I mean, I don't know. Most of them, you probably shouldn't rush into their home, though. You shouldn't be sleeping with them. That's true. Don't sleep with them. I don't know. Mentally, physically, intellectually, spiritually, and emotionally. So, if he's providing all that, what do you do? Like, what do you contribute to any of this? Or is it? I see. I would agree with this if we flipped it as well. If it was equal on both sides, it goes both ways. But it sounds like the man's supposed to do it all for her, and she just enjoys the benefits of everything that's being given to her. But if he's providing for you mentally, if you can't think for yourself, doesn't that mean that you're gonna be doing what he wants you to do anyways? Physically, I mean. Yeah, but at the same time, you got to take care of yourself physically as well, intellectually. If you're stupid, you're stupid. If you can't learn, stupidity to me is when you refuse to learn. That's stupidity. Just because you don't know something, that don't mean you're stupid. That just means you got to learn it. But if you refuse to learn it, that's when you become stupid. To me personally, spiritually, we all have to have our own connection with God. Yes, the man is supposed to lead you in a godly manner. He's supposed to help you to walk righteously, you know. But at the same time, you have to have your own connection with God. He can't get you into heaven. That's up to you, from what I learned. And emotionally, I think it's more of like emotional stability more than just supporting you emotionally. If we support y'all emotionally, y'all emotions gonna get 10 times worse. It's about emotion stability. You have to be stable with your emotions. And that's what I think men teach women, because women are already good on the emotional part. They got all the emotions for everybody in the world. But when it comes to stability, calming them down, learning how to see past yourself. I think that's what the man's supposed to teach.
Speed date and date all men without having any discernment or anything like that.
Can you read the caption?
But okay, so I read that. You said that, okay, you said
Read the caption.
don't sleep around, don't do all of these things.
Right.
So my question for you is this then. If you are advising women to date around, but date around meaning that there isn't any sex, right? So let's include everything you put in there. You said,
Hold it for 1 second. Can y'all pull that right back
yeah,
up,
just pull
please?
it up so we can read it. Yeah, pull it up.
please.
I'll read
Actually,
it.
can we
I'll
leave
read
it
it.
up?
I'll read it. I'll
Yeah,
read
can
it.
you leave it up, please?
Date
Well,
them.
put it in the corner. Put it in the corner. Actually, I got it on my phone. I got it on my phone.
No. Go ahead. I want them
I'll
to see
read it.
this. I
I'll
want them
read
to see
it.
this.
Date them. Don't sleep with them. Don't cook for them. Don't rush into their homes. Let them take you out and truly show you who they are, how they move in the world, and what they can offer. The best provider isn't just about money. It's about being whole in every way. He must provide for you mentally, physically, intellectually, spiritually, and emotionally. He should make you feel protected and secure on every level. If he can't do that, he's not the one. The best provider isn't just a man with a wallet, but one who supports your entire being.
I don't really agree with that. I don't agree with that. We are all adults. We are all adults. You still have to take care of yourself. You have to. You have to take care of yourself. And then after yourself is taken care of, then you put into the relationship. When you're married, he's doing 100% for you as you are to do 100% for him. But if you're dating, y'all both take care of yourself and then put what's left into the relationship. I mean, that's how I feel. Because if you ain't got yourself together, how the hell you gonna take care of somebody else? And it's both y'all taking care of each other. It's not the man just taking care of the woman. It's the man providing for the woman and the woman making sure that that man feels secure. Like that's like it goes hand in hand. This one-sided shit gotta stop. That's why a lot of y'all by yourselves. That one-sided shit, it ain't working. Clearly, it's clearly not working. Try something else.
Only then will you know he's truly worthy. If your father didn't teach you, I am. No dusty bums allowed. No dusty bums allowed.
Hashtag standards. Hashtag empower women. Hashtag divine feminine. Hashtag true provider.
That sounds so disgusting. Divine feminine. The fuck does that even mean? True provider. Empowered woman. So I understand there's misogyny, but I thought there was misandry as well. But nobody throws that word around. We all I hear is misogynistic. What about misandrous? Like, this is misandrous stuff. You want the woman to benefit everything while putting nothing into it when a relationship is two people. Like, a relationship is two people. It takes two.
Got it.
Go ahead.
So my question for you is, so you're pretty much telling women to date around, but exclude all of the those activities that he just read. Now, wouldn't you say if that woman is going to be dating multiple men, meaning going out on dates with men, that would increase her probability to be more promiscuous?
I'm not going to answer that question. I'm not going to answer that question.
You wouldn't. Why won't
come
you
on,
answer
bro.
that
You
question?
just
Because it's
listen
a
to-
fact.
You just listen
It's a
to
fact.
the thing, man.
No,
I got you.
it doesn't
I
matter.
got you.
So
bro,
what
you
you
won.
said
You won.
was-
You won. You
Let
got
me
it.
finish.
Got
Let me
it.
finish. Here's what I'm trying to say. This is all I'm saying, right? You said women date them all.
Right.
And then you have these areas over here with them not to do, right? It's just like if you tell someone, go to the strip club and don't get no dances from no girls. It's gonna be very hard for a man to be seeing all of this booty clapping, all this booty walking around and stuff, and to then not get any dances from a girl.
Right.
Meanwhile, let's take this same logical entailment and say if you're going to tell to women, go out there and date them all, you're putting them in a situation where they can be promiscuous. There's more opportunities for a guy to raise them up and have a one-night stand. More opportunities for a guy to sell them a dream and break their heart. My point is that women need to have discernment. And discernment, you don't need to be going and dating around. That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. In order to have these,
I mean, to be going around dating like hella people, maybe not, but maybe, you know, trying to vet people before you even go on a date. Or not doing the expensive ass dates and doing what regular people should be doing. Let's go to the fucking let's go to a coffee shop. You know what I'm saying? Let's go drink coffee. Let's go motherfucking I don't know, just little shit, just little shit. I don't know, man. I've been out the game for so long. But I feel like all this expensive dinners and shit, that should be for the people that you really feel like you got a chance of marrying them.
discernment, you need no ability to be dating around. You're laughing because you know you're caught. You're laughing because you know that statement leads women astray. You know that statement leads women astray. That statement
bro, you
right
just want
there
to argue
telling
that.
women to
Bro,
date
now
around?
you just want to argue,
No,
bro. You got it,
no,
man.
bro, because that was very bad dating advice. Extremely bad dating advice.
You got it, man. You got it, man.
And you still didn't even answer
Bro,
my
you
first
got
question,
it,
so I'll just
man.
ask it again. Do you think that it will increase, if you tell women to date
basic
around, do you
probability,
think that
though.
that would increase the probability for her to be promiscuous,
Yes,
which
it
would
would.
go against everything that you said in the text for her not to do?
Again, you see this family again. I can't wait for the
Exactly, bro.
replay after replay after replay. This
You shouldn't be coaching anyone, bro.
The
You
devil
shouldn't be
has a
coaching
dazzling
anyone.
tongue, a dazzling tongue.
Anyone.
When
Never tell a woman to go out there and date
when a
around.
person's well traveled, let's remove the word dating and add the word courting, right? You can't compare this to booty cheeks clapping in the
You
strip
said
club.
dating, man.
Listen, brother.
You're changing
You cannot.
words.
You know, here we go with this guy.
That's different.
Here we go with
There
this
is
guy.
a difference between dating and courting. Courting is a man trying to get the woman that he feels like he wants to marry, he really wants to be with. Dating is just going around seeing if we can get to know each other. Like there's a difference, right?
You cannot compare a woman, a grown woman, dating or courting to booty cheeks being clapped in a strip club and a man
they're
throwing
all-
ones.
No,
Brothers,
the
that's
logical
why we
entailment-
that's
no.
why we need
You
to
have no
follow
common
the
sense, brother.
directions
Listen.
of God. Because a
Walk
strip
with me here,
club
walk with
and
me
a
here.
woman dating has nothing to do with
got
one
it.
another.
You didn't know.
So the strip club is made for women to get money and for men to get a little bit of a satisfaction in some sense, I guess. I don't really know. I don't really fuck with strip clubs. But he's trying to go there for a certain thing to be satisfied, sure. The woman goes on dates so that she can get some free food, so that she can go to a restaurant that she doesn't really frequent herself, and she's trying to enjoy a night of free pampering in a sense. I feel like they go hand in hand. It's more beneficial for one, and the other is more beneficial for the other, right?
No, the logical
Oh, praises
entailment.
be
The
to the
logical
Most High.
entailment is this.
Oh,
You say, hey, go out there and put yourself in this situation, right? Which is a situation where something you say, hey, go out there and go into this situation, but there's potential of bad things happening in this situation, and you say, hey, don't do that. So your message was telling girls to go ahead and
You're not a
date
good
around.
debater, bro.
Stop it.
Antoine,
Your
you a
message-
beast. Antoine, you a
got it, bro,
beast.
got
This
it.
guy?
You got washed up by Antoine.
Oh,
You got washed up.
man.
Y'all went on monologues.
Antoine, isn't it
I'm testing
Antoine?
your logic right now.
thought it was
So
Antoine.
let's go ahead and finish,
Antoine,
brother.
brother.
You're trying to move on. Don't run.
tired.
So
Don't run from
let me
this.
let
Let me
I
finish
get
my
it.
point.
I'm
Don't run from
gonna let
this.
Cooley. I'm gonna let Cooley go ahead and close out his point.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
This
don't
is the
run
last
from
topic.
this.
He ain't answering
What
no.
I'm saying is this: you're telling women to go out there and date around. So the logical entailment is what you actually mean. Go ahead and date around, right? But then you say, don't do X, Y, Z. Okay? So the comparison of the strip club and men is the same comparison. It's that same logical entailment when you're telling women to go ahead and date around,
you
but to not
serious?
do something. When women are dating multiple men,
Are you
the
serious?
probability would increase for her to be more promiscuous.
serious?
Answer
That
that
is-
question.
that-
He
Are
doesn't
you
want to answer the
serious?
question. Just answer it.
So you're telling
Answer the
so you're
question.
telling the whole world right now
Answer
that
the
a
question,
woman
'cause you know you
dating
get
is going to
bad
lead to
dating
sex?
advice.
One second.
No, you know you get bad dating advice.
again.
Answer the question. You're
Hold on.
running away like a woman. Answer the question.
That
If
ass
women
stuff.
date,
He's literally trying to beat around the bush. He's trying to distract by saying dumb shit that has nothing to do with the question. He's literally just asking if the more dates you go on, isn't there a higher probability of sex? And I think yes. The fuck? That don't make sense. Do we not understand that men and women have the same urges and needs. We always try to put it into media that is different, and one is more animalistic or one is more evil than the other, but it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. It may look a little different, but it's the same fucking thing.
Around, would the probability increase
Do you
for
want
her
me to
to be
answer the
more
question?
promiscuous?
Do you want me to answer the question?
Yes.
Thank you so much, my beautiful brother.
Yes or no?
Are you telling the world that dating leads to sex?
I'm telling the world, if you go ahead, if you're dating a whole lot of people, it's a higher probability. My claim is this: if you're dating a whole lot of people, in modernity, right, the probability increases for the woman to sleep around. You don't believe that?
No.
That's your dating advice.
No, brother.
You don't believe
the
that?
women I know are highly disciplined, but
Okay,
I'm
man.
sorry.
The woman that you know.
They're not. They're not turned on by food.
So if they're disciplined, why would you have to say this?
They're not turned on by
If
food.
they're disciplined, you just contradicting yourself
Because if your
now.
father
If
didn't
the
teach you,
woman
I
is
will.
Okay, if the woman is disciplined, why even make this
He
status?
just wants to argue now. You see?
No, because this is
No
a real debate
context.
here. Before it
No
was just
context.
weird.
This-
If you
come on,
really,
man.
okay, bro,
Hey,
you're
brother, you
contradicting
got it. You
yourself
won.
right now.
You won, bro.
You know I did because
Yeah, you got it.
That passive aggressive shit is crazy. He's literally just asking simple questions. To me, I thought it was a simple question. Like, even if you disagree, you could just say, I don't agree with that. But he knows that he agrees with it. He just doesn't want to publicly agree with it. Just like women. Like, that's how women argue. And it's just like, he doesn't want to accept it. Like, bro, just accept the fact that you either agree or disagree.
your logic just doesn't add up,
You're
brother.
right.
It
It
just doesn't
doesn't.
add up.
You got it.
Your
Can you
age
give
and
me your
location.
name? Yeah, give me your name, your age, and your location.
I'm 35, but I'm from New York City.
Okay. And listen, who won tonight?
I can't really say any one person won, but I would probably go towards Yada's side versus Cooley.
Why
Yeah,
is
because
that?
he pandered. Because he made me
So
feel
I
right.
will
He
say
made me
this,
feel justified.
And please
in my
be brief and
thinking.
brilliant so we can get to the other callers. But go ahead.
As a woman of God, I am a single mother, right? And I've had my
As a woman of, that's just a wild statement.
seasons of going through things. And I think
Single
what
mother.
Cooley said about single moms being for use only, I just feel like his thinking is what's really killing African American women. I feel like we just go through so many things and we always have to hear this like red pill versus blue pill type of conversations. And I feel like it hurts us a lot to hear how, and I could see his perspective as a man. I can understand that. I can be very realistic, but I just think that when you spew this type of rhetoric on the internet, you're putting your impression on possibly young men that are now being infected with your thoughts. And I feel like there are certain ways that we can get messages across, but I feel like as a Black man, you should really want to empower Black women. I'm not saying that you should tell everybody to go out and date single mothers or everything or anything like that, but I'm saying that Black women are experiencing so much hurt. And as a Black man, it would be better if you were on our side.
That's where people lose me whenever they say Black women are dealing with so much hurt. Like, Black men have not been dealing with the same or more hurt. Like, it's Black men hurt too. Black men have been dealing with a lot of shit too. It's not just Black women. Do you think, I mean, like, yes, nowadays going to prison was easy. Is easy. They have fun in prison now, apparently. Back then, the prison system wasn't the same. Sometimes they weren't eating. People were disappearing, being put under the jails in their little crematoriums that they had in the prisons. People were disappearing. They were getting beat for no fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? Prison wasn't easy. Black men have been broken down just as our women have. But Black men still tried. Black men tried like a mug. My wife is Black. I love Black women. But at the end of the day, y'all be shooting yourselves in the goddamn foot. It's hard. You can't blame somebody for telling people, do not sit here and take somebody, like, when it comes to single moms, my rule was the baby daddy had to be gone. And when I say gone, I mean he had to be deceased for some reason. That's the only way I would have ever went with a single mom for real. Because you always have to deal with that father. You always have to. That father's gonna always be a part of that baby's life, whether he's gone or not. Because when that baby grows up and realizes that you're not his real father, that's when the animosity and that resentment comes in, because now he feels betrayed. She feels betrayed. You weren't my real father. After a while, they might come around, but for the most part, you got to deal with all that shit. And then if that woman decides to leave you like she left the first father, you're stuck with nothing. You done built a bond with this child, and now that child is just taken away from you. You don't think that hurts? Like, come on.
And like speaking to us
There you
in
go.
terms of love.
Well, close out. I want you to close out, Jen. Close out right here, Jen.
And I think, well, listen, Cooley, you got a question for her.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead,
have a
ask that
question for you. You have a son?
No.
If you had a son, hypothetically, right, and your son didn't have any kids, would you advise him to date a single mother?
Would I
No.
see?
No.
I'm
See,
gonna be
gotcha.
honest.
Yeah,
No,
look,
the
go
answer
ahead.
is
No.
The
I
answer
Answer
will
the
be
question.
honest.
Be honest.
She would have said yes. Come on now, y'all. Come on. I know y'all see that shit. She would have said yes if the answer was yes. But she wanted to say no. And she knew that that was not going to sound right after she just spewed all this shit about single mothers.
I will be honest with you. Because I wouldn't want to be I'm missing the word. But if it was a good woman who had one child, yes, because I was a woman who had one child. If it was a woman who had multiple children, I would not advise him to do so. No.
Got it. So if he had the option, right, of a woman, he's a single man, and he has the option of dating a woman with one kid, but she's a good woman. But he has an option of dating a woman without any kids, and she's a good woman. Which one would you advise him to go to?
Dating the woman without any kids.
I rest my case.
So what's your perspective? Who won?
Oh, God.
Who won the debate here tonight?
I'm glad. Hey, look, shout out to her for being honest. I fuck with that. She wasn't honest the first time, but she came back and redeemed herself for sure.
Well, to be fair, I would say, Yada. I would give it to Yada. Not, and the only.
Yada didn't even answer any of the questions, so he asked a question. Yada refused to answer it. Cooley asked another question. Yada refused to answer it. He kept beating around the bush and deflecting. And then he asked another question, tried to bring it up an example. Then Yada said, "Are you trying to say that this is equal to this?" That's not what he was trying to ask at all. He's just
The reason why I would give it to Yada is because
I want some pussy.
from a marital standpoint, right?
Yeah.
He's a married man. I would say that I respect Cooley's point of view as well, but
Yada won because he's a married man.
from a biblical standpoint, it's very hard for a single man to give a marital advice or relationship advice, because if you're not married, you're single, right? That's just biblical, right?
I do agree with that.
Actually, biblical.
I
If
do
you
agree
bed
with
that
that.
woman, you wed that woman.
No.
I don't know about that.
I don't know where.
I mean,
I don't know about that. I do agree that you should probably take advice from the married person over the single person. I do agree with that. But when that married person is dumb as rocks and the single person is actually basing things off of facts, and you can see the logic in the facts, then it doesn't matter if he's single or not. And it doesn't matter if the dumb as rocks motherfucker is married or not. It doesn't matter, because he's still spewing dumb shit and the other one is still spitting facts. I'm not going to say he's right. I'm saying spitting facts, like things that are actually happening, things that are true, things that you cannot deny because there are statistics and there's proof for it, right? Isn't that what a fact is? You can't be mad at the person for spitting facts and then going to the person that is spitting dumb shit just because he's married. It's like going up to a pastor just because he's a pastor, you believe everything he says. No.
it's to not have sex with outside of marriage. Are you a virgin? Like before you got married, were you a virgin?
No,
Okay,
No.
so you're talking about
Exactly.
biblical stuff and you wasn't following the Bible anyway.
I was before. I
None
got
of us
saved.
wasn't. We are all within sin.
No. I'm not.
Don't try to
judging-
virtue
We
signal.
are all born into
I'm
sin.
not judging you.
That is
Brother.
true.
I'm just saying, as a
I
child.
know,
of
I
God,
know.
spiritual brother, we have to be accountable, right? And I'm saying that if you're gonna give relationship advice, right, it's best to give it from a marital standpoint, because then you can relate to people who are in marriages, not just single people, because I don't consider people who are single married, right?
Cool.
But what does that have to do with the information that's being said, though? You're going at him about him not being married, and I do agree. But what about what he's actually saying? Like, the married man ain't saying nothing. And just because he's married, that doesn't mean he has a successful marriage. Those are two different things. A marriage and a successful marriage, those are two different things.
So can I ask him a question?
Well, I wanna actually really move through these,
Okay.
Cooley. So, well, how about this? Ask your question, but be brief in your
real
response.
quick. I just
Yeah,
want a
let's do
yes or no. Okay, so who would be able to give better advice about marriage? A person that was in a relationship for 20 years, but he never actually signed that piece of paper and got married, or a person that they're newlyweds, they just got married, right? Who would you choose to take relationship advice from? Because marriage is a relationship. The person with more experience or the person with the title?
Again, as I
What
said,
I'm letting you know, it's a logical fallacy. Look it up.
What's wrong with people not being able to answer fucking questions, simple questions? Nobody can answer a simple question anymore, bro. Like, that shit is crazy.